My name is Saye. Welcome to my channel. Um, to do a proper introduction, this channel is a hobby for me. It's a space I am trying to carve out, a very tiny space of the YouTube world that allows me to express myself, primarily through storytelling. And the intent of the stories are to make you laugh because it makes me laugh. And life is hard. Adulting is advanced. And I have learned that laughter is how I get through it. Being able to laugh at life, being able to laugh at myself. And I share, or I've chosen to share, because I think it could help. I think laughter is medicinal. So if you get the humor and you laugh, kudos. That's the point. That's the whole point. If you get the humor and you pick up some gems along the way, A plus, you know? Now, if you get the jokes and you pick up the gems and you even get the messages that I'm not even saying, but you can see, PhD level. Anyway, hi. It's been a long couple weeks, but before we get into what I'd like to talk about today, I wanted to address a couple of things. First of all, my name. Okay. In previous videos, I've said Shaye. It is Shaye. Okay. It's if you think of Sade and you take out the D, you swap it with the Y. That's my name. That's how you say it. I've historically changed the pronunciation, made it more palatable because I said in previous videos, I was institutionalized for 19 years in corporate America, and I'm not complaining. It took care of me. It paid for some things. But to survive it, I did some things, and I'm in the process of deinstitutionalizing myself. So one of them starts with the pronunciation of my name. It is Shaye. There are reasons that was done, but we'll address that on a different day. But I want to clear that up. So, hi. This past week, what you previously watched on this channel, and I said it in different places, but I'm going to try to summarize it here, is my attempt to trying to figure out how did I want to show up on YouTube. I've been an avid YouTube watcher, and I love vlogs. I think about 80 to 90% of what I consume on here are vlogs. So I was toying with the idea of doing a vlog based on a last trip I just did to Portugal, but I quickly realized I don't have the patience or the attention span for editing. Like, I love vlogs, and shout out to the vloggers. Specifically, I'm thinking about Monroe Steele on here. She does like 1 to 2 hour content. It has information, it has depth, it has cinematography, it has... I don't know how she does it. I admire her now. I mean, I've always admired her, but like the level just changed. So I'm not a vlogger. It's okay. But I wanted a hobby on here because I like YouTube. I like watching it. I like watching people in their element. And while I was stalling for time, when I realized vlogging wasn't my thing, I said, let me start talking to camera and telling snippets that give you insights into myself, my personality. And I think I stumbled up on storytelling. That's what I want to do on here. Short little stories. They will have a theme, but they're generally just to make you laugh. It's not serious. Life is already serious. Because it makes me laugh, I want to share. And again, it's a hobby. It's a space I'm carving for myself to lighten the load that is life. So it's not structured. I don't have an end goal. We're not trying to brand. Like, that's not where this is going. This is just fun. This is just fun. Because sometimes we grown-ups, we don't know how to do it anymore. So that's what you watched. But I also said in those videos that my learning style is a little chaotic. It's like a bull in a china shop kind of vibe. I'm gonna make a mess. That's what you watched. I made a mess. I went a little hard for like a week. And I crashed hard for weeks. But I'm picking it back up again. So I've landed on clarity on what I want to do here. And this is it. But in doing that, I was introduced to a recurring lesson I have to learn in my life. It's just part of my personality. I don't know if everyone does this, which is moderation. I am not good with moderation. If you caught in earlier videos, I said I'm Nigerian. And if there's one thing Nigerians know how to do, is enjoyment. We like nice things and we like enjoyment. So if I ever meet something I like, or let's be honest, a person I like, shit, enjoyment with no bounds. And then at some point I'm gonna crash and be like, all right, cool, we gotta pace this out. How am I gonna pace this out? I relearn moderation. And it has, like I said, it's always been a theme in my life. I even remember dating back to when we were kids, and you would go with your parents to go shopping for school clothes or school supplies. And the smart kids, right, you would buy your accessories, your shoes, everything, right? The smart kids will plan it out. Like that first week of school, you're trying to make an impression. You're trying to let the kids know what's up, right? So you pace it out. You mix it with your old stuff. You stretch that stuff out. What do? I wear it all on the first day if I can. Because that's the kind of kid I am. I'm like, I bought it. They need to see it. Head to toe. New stuff. You know? If I can. If I'm being honest. Sometimes when we buy stuff, I'll be like, can I walk out the store in it? Because I don't have patience. And moderation is something I had to learn. What I quickly learned in those school years was, within the first week, by like day 3, I have no new outfits. I'm back in the old stuff, and these kids keep showing up to school with like new stuff, because they paced it out. I didn't. So, one of the early lessons in moderation. Another place it showed up for me in life as I was evolving into a young lady is in learning how to take care of my body and my health. You know, I told you guys previous videos ago that I'm deep into Pilates, but it's not because I like working out. I hate the gym. If I can, I won't do anything. But I was born into a bloodline that comes with some gifts and some curses, for lack of better language. The gifts is, the body is tea, but I ain't get enough for y'all because you're not paying for it. Just take my word for it. The body is tea. But the curses are, for me, there are 3 enemies that are constantly chasing me in my life if I chill. And their names are diabetes, high blood pressure, and cholesterol. If I mess up, because I love chocolate, I love rice, I love bread, I love nice things. If I mess up and indulge too much and I don't move this body, the first person to catch it to me is diabetes. She'd be like, girl, you called, what's up? Coming through. So I learned moderation as a young lady by force. You got 3 on your heels. Don't mess up. And the last lesson that I'm sharing today about moderation that I have learned is when I became an auntie. I am a proud auntie. Like, my nieces and nephew, that's my squad. If they text, if they call, there's a problem, I'm pulling up. I'm pulling up and I'm asking for explanations. And I don't care what they did. I care about what you did to them. That's the kind of auntie I am. So I love them dearly. So when I first became an auntie and I got permission to do sleepovers, I was excited. I was so excited. I was like, everything. They get to do everything. You know, they get the treats, they get the snacks, they get the shows. Uber Eats is on deck just in case, you know. They get everything, the toys. They can even move furniture if they want to. There are no rules at Auntie's house. That first sleepover, that was my plan. The parents in the room are like, you know how this ended. I didn't at that point. I was trying to be the cool auntie. And there's 3 of them, little people. So they pulled up and I was like, guys, we're about to party. By the end of day 1, going into the second day, I realized I messed up. I underestimated these people. Their endurance is unmatched. Their creativity is limitless. So if you party with people like that, they will break you. And they almost broke me. Because we went from when they came with like, auntie, can we? Auntie, please, can we? To by the second day, it was, we need this. We told you we need this. And I started questioning, who's a grown up here? who's the grown up here? Is it me? So I quickly realized moderation, Shy. You can treat them, but you can't let them run amok. So this next time they came through for sleepover, I was like, we're having team meeting before the party kicks off. Everybody sit down. Rules. Number one, you can watch your shows. I'm cool with it. I even watch it with y'all, but we cut it off at midnight because Auntie needs to sleep. You want the sweets, you want the treats. I get it. I want them to. But we can't start at breakfast because before lunch you break me. Y'all don't need that much energy. Get it after lunch. So moderation. Shut up again. The point of that is I am in a season in life of a lot of change. One of them being this YouTube hobby, for lack of better language, that I have picked up. And even when you've mastered what you deem to be moderation in other aspects of your life, it shows up when you introduce new things. And the thing with moderation is it's not a definitive quantity for everyone, right? So like what might be moderation for me might be excess for you. What might be excess for you might be short for me. It depends. So I'm in the process of learning what that looks like for me to show up in various places, including YouTube. And till I get there, I would just have to trust myself and know when is enough. Now I know for certain posting 4 or 5 days back to back, that is not moderation, that is excess, that is doing too much. That's the overachiever in me, But now I think we're getting closer to what reality looks like, where this is still fun and light, but it gets to be an active hobby for me. So that was the point of that rant. And I had to go because I'm piecing my life together. You can see Taya got the hair done. What y'all think? I think she killed it. This is sick. Taya does my hair and she's advanced. And you can see I went to go see Anna. I see Seema next week. That's the face. Whew. I'm piecing my life together. All right. Let me go. I hope you have a nice day. Bye.